Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have returned to Ardania once again for more Majesty.
This is Frank, really?
And my name's Eva.
And, well...
we're going to do a quest for the crown today.
Hey, don't we have a crown?
An enlightening discovery, Your Highness.
Oh,
the crown of Cyprian, the long-lost symbol of your family's power, has been located. It's being held in an evil fortress on the frontier. The recent waves of monster attacks have left your people dispirited. Reclaiming this item would doubtlessly boost your subjects' faith and renew the support of your family's house. I greatly urge you to take advantage of this unexpected opportunity.
Wait, so we've had this job for a while. We don't even have a crown?
Apparently not.
Alright, this must be right of a deed. This will not do.
Okay, so we just need to find and destroy the lair. Sounds nice and straightforward. I don't remember this quest all that well, so we'll see what happens.
Alright, no limits, so grenades, no.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, speaking of grenades.
We've got rogues. Do we have... I don't think we have a blacksmith yet. We should change that.
I serve with pleasure.
Oh boy. If we're reaching these things.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Wow. Oh, yeah, that rogue's toast again.
Oh boy.
Well, so you said it was random where the monsters show up?
Yeah.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Okay, so let's put a guard house. Actually, I am going to put that on the list. I'm going to...
Well.
I don't think that house is actually long for a squirrel. Sure.
My service ends.
This may be a very short episode.
My service
Or at least a very short attempt on this. Okay.
The palace is under siege. Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Okay, wizards seem to be helping.
My service ends.
So let's let the wizards do their job.
Yeah, upgrade them, do what you gotta do. I don't like this.
I don't like this either.
Well.
I completely forgot about this.
Okay, alright.
On the plus side, we're gonna have some really rich wizards.
Well, they've earned it. Alright, yeah,
so...
Get him.
Defending the realm. Good on you guys. Yeah, good on you. I should have... So let's see if we can get some rangers in on this too.
Yeah, wow, that was rough.
Wow. Yeah, that went poorly.
I don't know if that's as bad as the dragon, but that was pretty bad.
I guess with the dragon, it felt more like there was a clever way to handle it. I'm just straight up building another blacksmith on the other side of town.
Spread the work out a little bit.
Let's see if we can get some rangers to figure out what's going on around here.
Well, I have a feeling whatever that is going on is very nearby.
Yeah, probably. Let's see if we can put a guard house in.
Yeah, I would hazard a guess is coming from the south, southwest, and the northwest.
Yeah.
Good. Wow, we got pincered there.
Wow, yeah, that went poorly.
Yeah. The wizards were the G.I. Joe of this.
Yeah.
I just remember reading the main theme of the movie. Who can turn the tide? A bunch of wizards.
Majesty, the local
This stuff is explosive.
Now, what do you say to getting some paladins?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have to rebuild our Warriors Guild because, well, that happened. Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, wizards now.
Yeah.
Sick them.
Let's hope wizards are helpful.
Bounty.
Hey, buddy, you wanna help? You know, help.
I think they let the success go to their heads a bit. Saw them. Saw his legs off. Oh.
Sorry, a building has been upgraded.
Oh, cartridges. You wanna defend a realm or something?
Hold your majesty.
Okay, yeah, we're putting a bounty on that, and hopefully that'll help.
Your Highness, we've improved the guardhouse. Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Oh boy. One of those. I'm gonna stick a wizard tower right here and enchant it. The good thing about wizard towers is they build themselves.
Man, wizards don't care about gold, do they?
They're not very food motivated.
Let's see, we got the paladins.
Yes, let's get some paladins out on us.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete. I'm done for.
And that's why we had a spare.
Sorry, a building has been upgraded.
The unholy.
Majesty, a local blacksmith offers new services.
Dark Castle, let's put a bounty on that.
Oh, is that what the crown is?
Nope, that will be an evil castle, probably.
I love the distinction. Is it evil? No, just everyone put the lights out.
A building has been upgraded.
So the topic I want to bring up is mods.
Okay. Kind of appropriate for this game. While it didn't have a lot of modding support, it did have room for custom quests.
Yeah, there was one commenter requesting, some of the custom, quests, which I'm not entirely sure how to access, but we'll figure it out. And I've been, playing a lot of Skyrim,
Item of
lately.
holy significance.
Even though I took a vow not to for a little while, but here we are. And I've been... See, I first started with the Elder Scrolls on the PS3, which, you did not have mods. Even basic stuff like patches, which would be downloaded on the PS3, from Bethesda, but none of the unofficial stuff to actually fix stuff. And so, I with the special edition between the version I already had on the PC and, the PS4, I downloaded the unofficial patch, which, helped a lot, and, a lot of fixes and whatnot.
The local blacksmith offers new services.
And so,
You're saying?
and after I'm done with Skyrim, I might go back to Oblivion to try a few things out, even though Oblivion, to my mind, is the weakest of the Elder Scrolls games I have played.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers
Both
new
Skyrim and Morrowind did their own thing, and they did it very well. But Morrowind was always kind of the odd duck, even though that was the one I started with. And I'm looking up all these mods, of addressing legitimate problems I had. I guess I wasn't the only one. But I have to stop it and ask myself, like, how much is it the player's obligation to fix a game? See, I've heard remarks from even fans of Bethesda that they aren't the greatest developers.
Yeah, they tend to have very creative ideas.
Yeah, and yeah, what they do well, they do very well, but they're never like the cleanest.
Yeah, you tend to have very ambitious, kind of sloppy games.
Yeah, and again, coming from someone who has spent hours upon hours in Elder Scrolls, for one reason or another.
A building has been upgraded.
So I guess it's part one. Like how? Yeah, I remember Hines back in the day. After the last DLC came out, basically going, we've been working on this game for a few years now, post production, and we need to move on. But there were still some very glaring issues with the game. Some obvious ones, like that one, dragon shout that the one quest that just would never end. Or we'll send you there even though you already got it. And I understand you can't, work on a game forever, but there are some very obvious problems
that were still present.
Yeah. And while I'm happy to have the unofficial patch,
it would be nice to have official patches.
And I'm wondering, how worth the effort it is to, mod Oblivion. Even though, while I was amazed by it, years ago when I first played it, it
hasn't always continued to shine.
Yeah, and even during my little heyday of playing it, before I played the other titles in the series, there was always something just wrong. And I'm not talking about the Uncanny Valley. Bad voice acting is bad voice acting. But
Majesty, a newly discovered outpost
it just felt kind of hollow.
to join your kingdom.
I can see that, yeah. It's a matter of, it's not necessarily a bad game.
No, it's just...
But it doesn't necessarily hold up all that well.
Well, part of it is the main quest has like so much stuff I'm just not looking forward to.
Yeah, and I wonder how much of that was design philosophy of the time and how much was that just isn't good.
Well, I would say that in a big battle sequence where you're supposed to defend the Emperor,
he should really wear clothes.
Well, he wore clothes. The problem is he wore, as far as armor goes, a helmet and wielded a dagger, and that's
terribly
it.
Helpful.
Your Majesty, the royal treasury is nearly empty.
I mean, part of this is, I don't think Bethesda... okay, yes, they make big worlds, but you know what? So was, say, Witcher and Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And I do like Hideo Kojima's philosophy of a rush game is a bad game forever, while a delay game, well...
will be good someday.
Will be good someday. I mean, a delayed game that's constantly being worked on, not the circus that was...
Say, Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah. I don't count that because that switched engines several times, that was constantly on and off development. So I guess Bethesda, okay, I really like your stuff, but when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, you really need to zero in
at all
on like the worst parts. Because I'm hoping it comes out, soonish, within a reasonable amount of time, and I can respect working on one project at a time. But you really need to have like your best A game for the next one.
Dude, you're hunting. There's a minotaur right there, knocking down. Never mind. Oh, no one lived there anyway.
Your Majesty,
I forget real estate.
Pleasure.
Let's research some arrows. See if we can do something to defend this area. I'd be intending to add dwarves, but because we got the elves first, you can only have one.
Well, I guess on the other side of mods, on maybe like the cheerier side of mods. Well,
Oh! Turn back while you can. This is the resting place of the crown of King Sindrian.
nice.
Do we put a bounty on it?
Well, maybe explore the other area.
Huh.
Or well, no, this is our quest.
Yeah. I mean, we'll find out more, but I'm in a hurry to get these guys to stop showing up.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Thank you. Are you defending the round?
Energies of light.
I like having them not show up. Oh,
Majesty,
more
a
elves.
newly
Yay.
discovered outpost has agreed to join your kingdom.
Well, I've heard argued that mods, beyond the ones that are just fixing stuff,
Majesty,
can be seen as house rules.
has agreed
I can
to
see
join
that.
your kingdom.
And I would definitely go with the mentality that it's a sign of engagement and enjoyment of the game.
Yeah,
If people care enough to mod it,
yeah. Let's see. The modding community for the original Doom was like a complete accident. Well, at least unintended. It's hard to install a game without having the files on it.
yeah.
Have the files just open and available. But it was never intended to happen. It was more encouraged by Quake. And Elder Scrolls, I'm not sure when the first creation kit came out, but yeah, I know by Morrowind they had it, and they always had it freely customizable. And it is, I think, one of the main reasons why Skyrim has lasted so long as a single-player game.
Yeah. Because even after you run out the developer's original content,
Yeah, I mean, everyone has that one game they always go back to, for years and years at a time. Because it's one of their favorites. But seldom is there one, with like such a widespread
yeah.
audience for that long.
Because at this point, I mean, they even went and released it to the Switch. How many years after the original came out?
Let's see, it was a few years ago, so like 4 or 5 years. Which again, most games are forgotten in that time.
Has
Yeah.
agreed to join your kingdom.
It's very unusual for something to stay that popular that long.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Most games are just inactive at that,
Yeah.
after that one.
It's not that people dislike them at that point. It's just people stop playing because new things come out.
Yeah, it's like, Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite games, but I will never, and while I'll never forget it, I'm not playing it.
Your Highness, we've improved the guardhouse.
I have a feeling something bad is going to happen once we try to retrieve the crown, but I don't know what.
Well, after the Minotaur invasion, well,
They're still around, too.
yeah.
This will be a quick
People.
bit of gold.
It's on fire, get a saw.
Yep. Gotta saw the fiery thing.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
And, well, Elder Scrolls is a little weird,
Majesty,
with
a
mods
local
because
blacksmith
they,
offers new services.
they won't allow you to have achievements with them on.
I think that might be more of a sys platform level thing.
Yeah.
The idea seems to be if people are going to get achievements for doing things, they should all be playing on a level playing
Your
field.
Highness,
Well, that's
we've
fair.
improved the guardhouse.
That's fair. But, well, kind of the awkward part about that is that also leaves out the fixes.
Yeah.
Now, I, for one, really do not care about
Your Majesty,
achievements
the royal
at
treasury
all.
is
Like,
nearly
that's never been a driving point. The only time, weirdly enough, the only time it's been a driving point is when it was a parody in the Stanley Parable.
Also, here's the evil castle.
Oh, the evil castle.
Not to be confused with the ancient
Majesty,
castle, the dark
a
castle.
local blacksmith offers new services.
Okay, so the crown site where the crown is, right?
Yep.
Now, do we have to get the crown and defeat the evil castle?
Nope, the evil castle is just, I suspect, spawning minotaurs.
Done for.
You just defeated anyway.
That's cool, the paladin.
Actually, can I
No
afford the healer's guild?
That's
Not
right.
If I can manage to afford the healer's guild, I would like to.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
So the mods I'm hoping to do, well, a lot of them are fixes. Basically,
No fun.
doing something about the leveled items, getting enemies to scale properly, not indefinitely, and what else do I want to do? Oh yeah, I have some of my own designs. I might look around. I know that I always like a good putting random bosses everywhere mod.
Type mod, yeah.
Yeah. Doing that with Skyrim at the moment. Basically, what I did was I did Dawnguard without the deadly bosses. Then did the Dragonborn, and now I figure story-wise he's back, and now there are some very dangerous people, you know, about the land. I think of doing, let's see, a heavy melee guy without
Your Majesty, a new building
that
is
should be
complete.
because I've done alchemy so far for two whole games as
We
a
are
stealth.
victorious, Your Majesty.
Oh, wow.
Well, so that happened.
I expected something to go terribly wrong when that opened up, but okay.
Okay, that was only about 20 minutes.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's do another one.
One can feel your subjects' rising spirits since the recovery of the crown. Your servants have transformed that tarnished artifact into a gleaming prize. The villagers are already lining up at the gates, hoping to get a peek at this revered relic. There is no doubt that it will serve as an inspiring touchstone for your rule.
Okay, so we've got the crown. Now that we've got something to put on our heads, what shall we do now? I'm kind of surprised that it didn't go a lot worse. By the way, if you like the minotaurs in that one, you'll love the Fertile Plain quest. I'm not doing that one right now.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so the stars are the ones we did. So let's see. What's another advanced one?
Another advanced one? I think deal with a demon is advanced.
Ooh, okay, that sounds fun.
Mighty leader, forgive this intrusion, but a terrible presence has visited our castle. A demon. He claims he's here to collect on a debt owed to him by your mother. Can this be true? Since we were unable to immediately deliver the requested bounty, he said he'd return later for triple the amount of gold, or he'd curse the entire village. He then vanished in a cloud of foul-smelling green smoke. Your Majesty, I hope you have a plan. Something must be done before he returns.
Alright, I think this is time limit. Yeah. 100,000 gold within 40 days or lose. Let's see what happens.
Alright.
Okay, we've got a gambling hall. We've got wizards. Have we got rogues? We should have rogues.
Steal everything!
Rogues Guild. Let's open that up. As if we don't have rogues, we should. Okay, we want guards in our guardhouse. We want
I think a dragon's...
Oh, no, that's just the harpy.
Okay.
Let's
Your
recruit some
Highness,
wizards.
we've
Wizards
improved the
respawn.
guardhouse.
So, we are going to need us
Majesty,
a marketplace.
a local blacksmith
This reminds me of
offers
the
new
first-
services.
Main quest of Baldur's Gate, which is basically raise money to hire an investigator.
Bounty.
Okay. So, you know what they say about spending money to make money. Gotta spend money to knock down the evil castle so you can make some money.
How do we know it's evil?
It said so.
Majesty,
Did you see the real estate sign?
offers new services. Your Majesty,
Warriors.
a new
Let's get some
building is
warriors.
I
complete.
think that's one Scott Brown would probably be invested in. If you don't get that reference, look up the Scott Brown incident on YouTube.
Seth Skorkowski is the YouTuber who handled that, and he's hilarious.
Yeah. His war stories are great.
A new building is complete.
Oh, we've got enemy rogues.
I'm out of here.
Here's another, aspect of mods that I feel is overlooked is, well, how legitimate are mods versus the creators? Because Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim are all made by different teams.
Yeah.
In fact, the main writer for Morrowind left right after that game came out.
Oh, we've got Temple of Crypta. Nice.
So while you could easily look at an amateur, unpaid effort as, okay, this isn't really canon or anything like that.
Sovereign, a building
Well,
has been upgraded.
Canon's a little weird in Elder Scrolls, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because who knows what the hero Kvatch really did?
Yeah.
Was he Sheogorath in the end, or was someone else? Did he do every single guild? Probably not, or else people would remember his name, his or her name.
Yes. He would have been known as just that nameless hero.
Yeah.
Your Majesty,
I mean,
the royal treasury is nearly empty.
all heroes are pretty big figures, so that forgetting names in the first place is already a little weird. But there is still a lot kept up in the air.
Sovereign, your marketplace now serves you better.
I mean, yes, you could make the argument that after the Great War, records were burned, but...
But if we can remember,
we remember our Audi Murphys. We remember our Mad Jack Churchills.
I was going to say, record keeping never disappears completely.
Yeah, there are journal entries. Newspapers love, big figures, even if they're not royalty.
Yeah.
But going back to my point. Especially since Bethesda is so, has everything so freely customizable. Do you think we should just, in regards to the Elder Scrolls, should just have our own canon?
Honestly, I feel like that would almost make sense.
Yeah.
Since it isn't just a single trustworthy story.
Yeah, like... Okay, I'm not even about to say spoiler warning because this is something in my head that you'll probably never witness. But, the headcanon I have, for my Skyrim playthrough at the moment is that he is the descendant of the same elf who was in the Reverie during the Morrowind. And that currently he's on Vardenfell now that the volcano's calmed down, basically looking for just any remnants of anything. He was House Leilu, and while he kind of had to ditch them after the war with the Argonians. Well, actually, more after the Oblivion Crisis. He still continued to be a figure in Morrowind.
Call in the reinforcements.
Well after, because a lot of House Leilu got their comeuppance, whether they deserved it or not. He was still the Nerevarine. And it is fun when you keep like a little headcanon, in the back of your head, when you play it. And probably the biggest I did the whole Morrowind overhaul thing, which definitely changed how some things worked, but the gameplay was mostly left alone. It expedited gathering, say, ingredients, but for the most part, gameplay-wise, it's Morrowind.
Yeah.
But the one big change, you could even call it a cheat, was using a code to get Ariel's bow.
But there was a reason for it, as I recall.
Yes. I was looking up, like, alright, because he is an archer and a swordsman, like, alright, we have a Daedric Daikatana, which is already, pretty powerful. Well, what kind of bow is going to get? I see Ariel's bow, and, I decided, and you had to like murder the guy and steal it, you know, in the game, plainly. So I decided to get it, but then also write a scene, which I put on the fan fiction, you know, section of the Bethesda forums. Basically, about.
Can I point out something hilarious here?
What?
I put the bounty on their own guilds.
Why?
What?
Yeah.
Because they were picking off our peasants and tax collectors.
I'm out of here.
Your Majesty!
Oh, are those enemy rogues?
Yeah.
You know, I've heard the phrase, I would slip my mother for a penny.
Yeah.
I think this is the ultimate version of that.
Out of here.
Oh, there's another one.
Our enemy's paying us, cool! Wait, let me get my stuff out first.
So yeah, they will happily knock down their own guilds.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, they are supposed to be heartless criminals.
Yeah.
And so, you know, the scene I wrote was, you know, about old Crusader, you know, weary from defending Morrowind from the main villain, and, you know, and, you know, I kind of used, so, like, I guess what I gather with, like, some of the items, because, you know, items can be gathered in any game, even though they're, like, a few years apart from each other. Oriole's Bow and Goldbrand as two major examples. And, you know, I'm still, you know, proud of the one line. Alright, if anyone's interested, it's, you know, I might put a link. But, you know, there's a point where...
Wait,
yeah.
Did those guys... Oh, that's funny. Sorry, I just realized after they destroyed all their own guild buildings, they joined my guild. That is something.
Very mercenary, which does make sense.
I mean, it's fitting enough.
And there's a line I had the Crusader, who in the actual game had the bow. After our hero was surprised that he had it, and he just goes, I think we both know the strange luck that these artifacts carry. And I don't like to my horn, but I am, you know, just proud of that, like, little scene. But why shouldn't, in a single-player game where it's just me screwing about, why shouldn't that be canon?
It works. After all, it is a single-player game.
Yeah. I mean, some games are a little hard to mess with, like Dragon Age. I mean, you do have the canon outside the games, but even within its own canon, you have like this labyrinthine list of connections between your playthrough and the different games that I feel like if I put one mod in there, the whole thing will explode.
Fair enough.
Leave my gold alone.
But maybe that's one of the truest examples of a sandbox. It's just you and the
Take
sand.
all the toys out and...
Yeah.
My service ends.
You know, it's. I mean, other than the whole money situation, it's no less valid than another author picking up Batman.
I have my concerns about how this is going because we're a quarter way through this, and
Yeah. What was it? 40K?
New building is
Yep.
complete.
Oh boy. Maybe there's treasure.
There's treasure around.
My gold.
We're having trouble actually getting the treasure into a place where we can get
Hey,
it.
leave my gold alone.
Our new building is complete.
You know what I'm inclined to say, actually?
Common, your marketplace now.
I
serves
want to
better.
take a break and strategize on this and figure out what I'm doing, so maybe let's call this it for a session, and next time we'll jump right in on this quest.
Alright, then let's save before the marketplace explodes.
Let's figure out how to do that. Yes,
save
let's
game.
Save the game. Save game.
Okay, well, let's go to the main menu.
Yep. So So, just because I feel like that is going poorly and I might want to try restarting that quest at another point, my name is Eva.
And this is Frank.
We'll catch you next time.
Take care.
Good night.